She put it back together. She ain't the kind to show off her mind. But talking of love, she's clever. Yeah. Oh, honey. She rarely spends time with her friends. Tells me she's none without me.
Oh, what's going on? Hey, Sarah. Hey, girlie. What you up to, Sarah? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me take this banner down. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's Sunday. I'm not going to be here long. I'm just going to be here just for a short period of time. Today has been a great day. Let me tell you. I've been out and about. I start out my day with my good breakfast and attended me some services. And man, I got out, moved around a little bit. Hey, I got to start getting out on Sundays, right? I mean, I see a lot of people looking pretty good on a Sunday. But anyway, Tuesday, I will be having some guests over. We're going to talk about domestic violence. So if you know anyone that has a daughter that's going through teen domestic violence, if you know anyone that's going through an adult man or female that's going through domestic violence, I will be having a domestic violence guest here on Tuesday at 7 p.m. my time, which is Central Time. So if you know anyone that's been involved in domestic violence or going through some things right now, because let me tell you, I have to tell you once again, domestic violence looks all kind of different ways, okay? It's different ways for domestic violence. There's different ways for abuse, okay? You just have to know some of the signs and look for the signs. And trust and believe you me, there's many signs that's been there, but we always overlook them because we think that they're playing, just kidding, goofballing around, things like that, right? But in all reality, some of those things are domestic violence or abuse. So Tuesday, again, I will have guests over and we're going to be speaking on topic of domestic violence. So if you know, again, someone, ladies, or somebody who have a daughter that's in teen domestic violence or just going through domestic violence, or know someone, relative, friend, cousin, a work partner, a church partner, somebody at church, anything like that, counseling, anything, just bring them over and hey, we're going to have this conversation come Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. But hey, if you're getting abused, you don't have to. You don't have to be abused. You don't have to take it. Nope. You don't have to be abused at all. You have to stand for it. You know what I mean? You can always make a plan. And before I go to this, my original commentary, let me just say this. I was in this chat, and this lady was very upset because she told someone where she moved to, the city and state, the address and everything. That lady told the abuser. Yep, she told the abuser. Now this lady is scared because her abuser now knows where she lives. You know, y'all always heard me say, and I'm going to still say it, when you and your abuser have the same circle of friends, you are going to have to get out of that circle of friends. You cannot tell your friends where you moving to or your steps of things you're going to do, because guess what? Your friends are still friends with your abuser. That means you got to cut everybody off. No matter how much you love them, feel for them, you want to stay in contact with them, but you got to cut them off. If you want to move forward, if you don't want your abuser to know where you're located, and you're just trying to revamp your whole life. Okay? Now, so past that, let's get started. Let me put this disclaimer up. We're going to get on it. We're going to get on it. But anyway, so, man, we all been hearing about these vape pens, right? The ganja ain't good for you. What's going on with the marijuana, things of that sort. And I think I've told you all how my niece had messed around, had hit that vape pen and got sick, ended up getting sick at the school, at the college. It wasn't a school, at the college. She ended up getting going to the hospital in the ambulance behind that vape pen. See, they saying that these vape pens has the fentanyl inside. So you got to be careful what you put in your mouth too. Things are changing. And they've been saying things are changing. People not paying attention. Like they ain't paying attention now. But hey, let's hear this.
Whoa. PSA, man. PSA, man. It's for my Texas residents only, bro. I'm only talking to Texas residents, man. So repost this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it. All that, man. And do your own due diligence. I'm gonna make this shit short and sweet, bro. Y'all see all these dispensaries, smoke shops popping up, man. Even your local dealers, bro. Y'all see all this shit going on. The marijuana, the cannabis, the weed that's in the streets, bro. That ain't the shit that we grew up on, bro. It ain't regular, bro. The shit is being modified genetically, bro. I know y'all can smell the difference when you burn that shit and when you smelling it, bro. Like, it's not regular, bro. And again, I'm gonna say this. I done did my due diligence, bro. I don't give a fuck who disagree, who's saying what. Nigga, I know what y'all got, bro. I done already shopped around on purpose. I do everything I be doing on purpose before I speak on shit. The local dealers, nigga, the smoke shops and the dispensaries, they all selling the same bullshit, bro. Even if you buying pens from people, look on the back, it's gonna say Delta 9 THC. We gotta stop smoking this bullshit, bro. Don't smoke nothing else from Texas, bro. This shit not healthy, bro. This shit fucking people up. I just went to the doctor last month. The doctor asked me, do I smoke weed? And she was like, well, I hope it's not the stuff from the smoke shops and the dispensaries. A lot of people been coming in, having adverse effects. I told her I would never. Bro, I'm done buying cannabis, marijuana, weed, whatever you want to call it. I'm done buying this shit in Texas. If it ain't coming from Cali, I don't want it. Niggas out here lying, they hustling, they scamming people saying it ain't this and it ain't that. It's that, nigga. I'm the type of nigga gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna tell you I know what's going on. And it'd be funny to see niggas be trying to deny the shit. Stop smoking, bro. Go to Cali, get your shit. If not, don't smoke this shit.
See, like I said, like Perp said, my niece was smoking last month. See, this is March. In February, she was smoking at the college, at the vape pen on a little break, passed out. Ambulance had to take her to the hospital. Hey, it was it was crazy. Then my sister, my older sister, was telling me that her friend girl, nephew, and his girlfriend was having a little get together that night. They was partying, and they had those vape pens. She said her homegirl told her that her nephew got sick and messed around and DIED on that vape pen. Said it had fentanyl in it. I'm telling y'all, I've been telling y'all this for the longest. I've been telling y'all this since February about my niece, how it happened with her. I turned around and told y'all ain't been listening. I'm telling y'all, it's happening. It is happening. And the warning signs are out there. People are warning people. I've been telling you all what happened to my niece. And then my sister said her homegirl said it happened to her nephew. And here this guy here saying it right here. Hey, leave that stuff alone. See, we're not in California. We can't grow it yourself. You know? You can't grow it yourself. So we can't, and not in Texas, no way. You better not. They better not find out about it. You know? But it's no good for you. They've been telling people that people are just not listening. People think people are certain things that hurt people. But then, hey, also, I don't know if you heard about this right here, but also I've heard this right here. I've heard them say they're putting the nal also in the alcohol. Yes, I did. They have said they're putting the nal, the thick and the nals down in the alcohol beverages. I'm telling you, you better hear me. You better hear me good. If you're an alcohol drinker, you might want to read the labels. See, it's getting where now we got to read the labels on everything we eat, on everything we put in our mouth. We got to read the labels, because we just can't go by what we used to know or what we see on the front side of the can, the bottle, or whatever cup or whatever it may be. We got to turn over. We got to start reading the ingredients. We got to start turning over and see what's going on the back side of that bottle, or the back side of that can, or the back side of that box, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because these things are really happening. And then you can't really sue nobody because of the fact that they'll say, well, it's on the back of the bottle. They didn't read the ingredients. They didn't read the label. Then it becomes your fault, right? Because you didn't do your reading. You didn't do your due diligence in reading the proper material to make sure you're eating the right thing, or wasn't in that they wouldn't you can get allergic to, or make you sick, or harm your system, anything like that. But I'm telling you, leave those vape pens alone. Hey, you might have to leave everything alone now, the way things looking now. I'm telling you. They say they put it in the alcohol, not the beer, the alcohol. See, they can get a lot of people with alcohol. You know, they can get a lot with beer, but alcohol, they can basically just, they can do a lot with that. They can do it. Right, Sarah? I'm telling you, Sarah, I never knew they put the ethanol in the alcohol, but they're doing it. They are doing it. They sure are. I've heard it. I sure did. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So if they put the fit, and then with the nozzles into it, you know what I'm saying? That means they doing that with the gungeon. They doing that with the vape pens. They doing that with the alcohol. They're gonna be doing it. So if they doing it with those three major things, just think they'd be doing it pretty soon with the beer. You know, so if you're not making your own stuff at your own house, it's basically cautious about everything you put to your mouth. I'm telling you, it got to be cautious. I'm telling you, you got to start reading these labels. Alcohol got labels on the back of them jokers. They sure do. They got labels. You might can hardly see it because the color be brown or whatever, white, whatever. But there are labels on that alcohol. And we might need to start reading those alcohol labels, because if they putting that thick with the knob up in there, I want to know about that, because I like Patron. You hear me? And don't be messing with the Patron during the holiday seasons. All right, though, that's what I'm talking about. But we got to be careful, y'all, what we assuming in our body. I mean, basically just telling us everything that we've been eating all our lives. It's not good for us anymore. Things that we've been doing all of our lives. I say all of our lives because I'm a little bit older than a lot of people. They're not doing. I mean, it's different. You know what I mean? So you got to be cautious. We got to be cautious on everything. I'm telling you, I'm about scared on everything. I'm about scared to eat certain stuff. I'm about scared to drink certain stuff. They even said that the water that they're selling is not really no good water. They're selling the bottled water in the stores. You know what I mean? And certain foods you get and you eat, they have you can set a light to them and catch a flame and it burn up. You know what I mean? And it's like, what y'all been giving us? You know, it's crazy. But then, do y'all feel like I feel? Okay. I feel like those companies being made so much money. You see, when they first started out, they started with just a rinky dink company, you know. And then they have ingredients in there that they ain't told nobody about. Those are those ingredients that are silent. But once they're being made so much money over 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, then they come out and say, well, we've been doing this to the food. We've been putting this in the food. We've been doing that to the food. We've been inserting this and this and that. But do you really think it mattered to them now that they're telling you this? Hell no. You know why it don't matter? Because they done made their money. They have made their dollar bills on what they was telling you was good for you, but eventually come to find out that stuff wasn't even no good for you. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. And now that they don't care, they come and tell you what's wrong with all the food that they've been feeding you all and all the ingredients and stuff. And they made all these billions and trillions of dollars. They getting ready to go out of business. Or if they don't go out of business, you might get you a lawsuit. But hey, on that lawsuit, just to be honest, y'all, on that lawsuit, if you get a lawsuit and you come up with a lawsuit, whatever, right? Do you all know how many people will be on that lawsuit? It'd be damn near the whole wide world. You know why? Because we all been endured what they trying to say not good for us now, but they were saying then it was good for us and made us, we was buying it, but now they done made these trillions of dollars and it ain't even good for us no more now. So you tell me, am I right or am I wrong? I'm telling you. I don't know. They've been tricking us, y'all. And I remember a while back, I mean some years. Quaker Oat went out of business. And as soon as Quaker Oats went out of business, that's the oatmeal. And the oatmeal and the oatmeal bars. As soon as they went out of business, or sold a company or whatever, they start coming out with different things about their company, exposing their company. But why exposing now? You've been selling this stuff to us all these years, and now y'all saying that cancer, diabetes, overweight, yeah, all that now. But y'all want and those ingredients that y'all have got in that certain food can cause cancer, diabetes, overweight. I mean, I don't understand. I just don't understand. But hey, we here now. We are here. But y'all, I'm going to play this right here. Then we'll come back, y'all, because we got to talk about this. Let's hear this.
Goodbye Zelle, goodbye PayPal, goodbye Venmo. Every app that you have on your phone that is a payment processor, say goodbye. And welcome to FedNow. FedNow should be launching in July 1st or so. And that's going to be the new payment processor. It's supposed to be able to transfer payments 365, 7 days a week, 24/7. Now, it's all fun and nice and dandy or whatever, but here is the problem. This is where things get bad, right? We're also accustomed to quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want it right now. Now, that's what they're promoting. But here's the big issue. FedNow will be the funnel that all money gets cycled through. It will go from your bank to FedNow to wherever you're trying to send the money to. So for instance, if you're trying to buy something from Instacart or anything you're buying online, Amazon, it's going to go from your bank to FedNow to Amazon, Walmart, wherever it is you're going to. Now, this is a problem. This is a major problem because now the federal government has full access to your bank account. And not just that, in the fine print, it says that the FedNow is programmable. Now, those of you guys that don't understand what programmable means, let me break this down to you. If, for an example, if let's say we happen to have a pandemic or whatever it is, and they decide, hey, only essential workers are able to go to work. If they know that you're not an essential worker, they can shut down your FedNow card to where, hey, you will not be able to get gas. You will not be able to use that credit card nowhere because you're not supposed to be out. Now, let me give you another example. Let's say you want to go and you want to buy ammo and you go over to Ammo Bros or Turner's or whatever the case is. And you say, hey, I want to buy 300 rounds of 9mm. You go, you give them your card, denied. You cannot purchase ammo. Why? The federal government doesn't want you to purchase any ammo. That's how FedNow will work. They will have full control and full access to turn on and off your bank account. Now, when this stuff pops up on your phone as an update, make sure that you guys do not comply with this. Do not accept. Read what you're accepting before you accept it. Every banking system, major banking system will have this starting July 1st. Now, this is more so an introduction of the CBDC.
Oh, hell no. They done lost their mind, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, what's wrong with these people, Sarah? They done lost their mind, Sarah. They done lost their mind. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So you telling me they going to be monitoring everybody doggone money, girl? Ooh. And he said July? Oh, my goodness. He said July. So you put your money, so let me make sure I got this right. Make sure Perp ain't doing no tripping nowhere, okay? So the young man said, you make your purchase online. It goes through your bank. It leaves your bank. It goes through the FedNow, through the government system, and the government sends that to wherever you're trying to purchase. Is that what he's saying? Am I saying that right, Sarah? Did I get that right? Or do I need to replay it to see? He said, you make your purchase. You put your money in, your money in the bank. Your money go from the bank to the FedNow, and FedNow sends the money over to where you try to make your purchase to. Is that what the hell he said, girl? I know he better be lying. She said, yeah. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord. I just thought these old folks had some bad ears, girl. What? So, Sarah, if they do that, that means they will know everybody's movement like they do now, but they will know all your movement even more as far as your dollar bills. Oh my gosh. What? Is anybody paying any attention to what's going on? If this is going to really be true, it's going to really happen, because July come, we're going to be back here with this same situation. We're going to be here talking about this again when July comes. We will be here again in July. I'm coming back and talk about this if this really, really happened. How can this be? So you trying to tell me that they are the ones that are going to be controlling your money? So If they can't get the chip in your arm, in your hand, in your finger, this is another way to control your money by the government. Say it ain't so, Sarah. So, if I want to buy Sarah something, since she's in the chat, if I want to buy Sarah something, I purchase it. It goes through my bank. And then it goes to the FedNow. And FedNow goes over to where I made that purchase at. Send my money through it. And it sends straight to Sarah. What kind of shit is it? Sarah, it's a lot of people gonna be in trouble, baby. It's a lot of people gonna be doomed. Is anybody paying attention to things like this? Could they really do that with your money from your bank? That's scary. I don't know. That's kind of frightening to me, because if they gonna do that, and like that man said, what the martial law come? And if you don't work or whatever, and there's only be the ones who can go to work can get their money out the cars, but the ones who ain't working got to stay at home, can't get no money out the car, be homebound. That means they're controlling your money. Y'all know what? It's a lot of people not paying attention, but it's a lot of people paying attention. Yeah. It's a lot of people paying attention, and a lot of them ain't. The silly ones ain't paying attention. The ones who got something they need to take care of, they paying attention. I know, ain't that crazy, Sarah? Girl, I would never send you nothing, girl. If I got one of them people right there, you would never get nothing from me. Because it is crazy. I don't understand it. Oh, my God. Well, FedNow, I'm not going to agree to nothing like that. I don't even want that. I don't want no FedNow card. I don't want nothing like that. I don't want nothing to be missing my money. I don't want to do with no crap like that, just period. Man, this is off the wall. This is crazy. But guess what? We'll be back here again, because we're going to talk about this again. We are going to talk about this again. I want to keep this this video. Yeah, because we're going to talk about that again, Sarah. When it come up again, when the time come again, he said July. He did say July. I remember him saying July. When July come, I'm going to be looking into this. I'm going to see. Because I'm not going to be taking no new course. I'm not accepting nothing new. I'm not agreeing to nothing. I'm not, nothing. And I advise y'all to do the same doggone thing. And Sarah, don't you be, I know you ain't going to be signing nothing or going to be agreeing to nothing. Because I'm not going to agree to a doggone thing. No, sir, no rebarb. So, what's going on with Iran right now, y'all? See, if you go back years from now, certain things were said. Jewels was dropped. To where now, in this decade that we are in now, Sarah said, nope. This decade we in now, things are beginning to resurface. Videos are beginning to resurface. Voices is beginning to resurface. Let's check out Farrakhan when he said a while back, before now, that we are in war with Iran.
So wait, y'all gonna sit up here and act like Farrakhan ain't predict this war about 8 years ago? Yeah. Stop playing. Peep this.
The war in the Middle East is pulled by you using your surrogates at the insistence of Israel, then the war will trigger another kind of war which will bring China, Russia, all of the nations into a war. And it bothers me to say this to you, Mr. President, but the war will end America as you know it. These sanctions are the predicate for a new war, a war in the Middle East that would be a trigger to the greatest war that has ever been, the war of Armageddon spoken of in the Bible.
Now, let's talk about it. Y'all know them little men be wearing little black hats. I ain't talking about the Amish people. I ain't talking about them. Them little men over there in Bethlehem over there, the temple over there. They showed them on the news when that BOMB went down over there, just inches from that little building. You could see all the little men's over there with the little black hats on their head. It was a whole bunch of them. If y'all watch the news, you know what I'm talking about. But look here. But isn't it strange how things be I would say manifest. I would say that. How things be talked about decades ago to where now in a certain decade you are in at that time, things are happening. See, what Farrakhan said was happened 8 years ago. And we are here now in a whole new decade, 10 years later. So isn't that strange how people can sit back and say things and then it come along to be true and they might not even be living to say, I told you. I said that years ago, but everybody thought I was crazy, wasn't paying me no attention. Have y'all seen stuff like that before? Stuff like that to me is creepy. Because it's like, dang. It's like a premonition. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen it. I said it. And we hear it now. You know what I mean? That's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, let me go on about my business. Now, I don't know. Me and my son had an argument the other day about Snoop Dogg. We had a few words about Snoop. We did. Let me go to this commercial and we'll be right back. That's my boy right there. He be getting it. Yeah, he be getting it. Anyway, let me go on. My boy be getting it. He be getting it. But me and my son, we was talking one day, and I was telling him how Snoop Dogg has begun to come up. He has started doing like Master P, you know, foods, different foods and chips and things like that. Like every rapper comes out to do with chips, just snap wraps and things like that. I have been watching Snoop for a minute. Basically, ever since Pac got unalive, I've been watching Snoop. And here within the last couple of years, Snoop has been coming up. He been doing his thing. Snoop is over in somewhere, I forgot where he doing the Olympics. But when I first seen Snoop doing the Olympics for the United States, I knew. I'm like, what's Snoop doing with the Olympics? When they reached back and grabbed Snoop and brought Snoop to the front row. Oh, okay. Pay attention. I'm saying to myself, pay attention, girl. Something ain't right. Things go on. Snoop come up with had his little food in the stores and stuff, putting little food in the stores, and Snoop's looking pretty good. And I ain't been seeing my Martha Stewart lately, but we know Martha Stewart was Epstein, buddy, friend, right? So after a while, they said, I think Snoop grandma passed. No, I don't know which one happened first, but his grandma passed. Okay. I understand that age and everything like that. Okay, I understand that. Then Shantae got sick. Well, Shantae been involved into Snoop's career his whole life. She know all of his business, all his career, everything about him as far as his business business deals and things like that. Then Snoop started shining a little bit more. I guess he kept on going to the shoe shine, keep on getting shoe shine because he kept on shining a little bit more. Okay, Snoop, I see you, Snoop. I got one eye open, one eye closed, but I'm watching you though, right? Now Snoop all over here. Olympus here. He got his little flame, whatever. He's smiling big time, doing the thing. Then this year, he over there with I forgot what I want to say it, but I just can't see it. It's not Iran, but somewhere else. He's doing the Olympics over there. And he got his own little Olympic thing, little weed thing or whatever. He's shining bright. Then after a while, they say, Snoop daughter passed away. So it means his granddaughter passed away. Damn, Snoop. You sure is doing a lot around here. Slow down, cat. What's going on? Let me do some little background. What's really going on, Snoop? I don't know. But this might sum it up right here.
Y'all worried about the Jeffrey Epstein files, but Snoop is flying under the radar doing the same exact things they did in that island. As you see here, he's doing the hidden hand. There was a time he fooled Christians because it's easy to fool Christians because their religion is part of the world. He had 2 gospel albums. One was called The Bible of Love, where he tried to hide a number 6 sitting on top of the Bible. His second was named after his mother who passed away mysteriously by an unknown illness. The same thing Kanye did after she passed, made an album dedicated to her. This one is called Altar Call. If you know about Altar Call in the Black Christian church, it's usually when you feel convicted and you go up and give your life to your Lord Savior Jesus Christ. But since these people are Freemasons and he pretty much probably sacrificed her for more fame and attention, Jesus is Lucifer and Gematria is 666 perfectly. They used 36 as a starting point because 36 is the same as 666. So you think he's worshiping and praising the Messiah or the Most High God. They're not. They're praising Lucifer. So she was an offering at that altar for his fame. I don't know how people miss this one. His son had a kid and he ends up dying 10 days old. Recently, his daughter had a kid and it ends up dying 10 months old. This should already pique your interest of why they had these deaths or sacrifices in the increments of 10. That's because 10 in Gematria is 330. You were like, oh, you made these numbers up. All right. If you go behind the ritual into the numbers, between those sacrifices of those children, it was 330 weeks. So the reason why you're seeing him all over your TV screens like the Black Ryan Seacrest is because he has given up some blood. And the only way you can be on that platform getting this so much attention is by giving up blood.
Oh wow, I didn't know he had a son that passed away. Oh wow. Hey Miss Lakers. Hey Queen, how you doing? I love you too, Miss Lakers. I love you too. Man, I didn't know Snoop Dogg had a son passed away. A son had passed away. Man, that's crazy, man. And I seen Queen Latifah was getting an award the other day, and she was so pretty. That girl, no, she is pretty. She is pretty. She is pretty. Queen Latifah's a pretty woman, and she was standing up getting her award. And she proudly put her hand down in that diamond-shaped triangle-like thing. She let you know what it was. But Queen Latifah has been a real one from day one. She's been pretty. She's been talented. She can sing. And man, and she loved her brother. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he was in a motorcycle accident. But that lady is a very pretty lady. She has lost so much weight. You can see it in her face. And she's so pretty. She's just glowing. And that pretty hair. And she had that pretty smile. And when she threw that symbol down, that killed me right then. I'm like, oh my gosh, she threw the symbol down. But you know, that's just what she's into, you know. But even though she might have that symbol that she threw down so quickly, that does not define the person that she is, because she don't act like those people who be throwing the symbol down. She don't act like that. She act totally different. She's quiet. And I didn't really know that she even had a baby, a son, until later on down the line, till she just really opened up about herself. See, Queen Latifah is a very, very quiet, preserved woman. She don't get out there and do all the rah-rah. She don't do all that. She don't make accusations. You don't hear her talking about nobody. You don't hear her stirring stuff up. You don't hear nothing about Queen Latifah. She's a quiet lady. And I'm telling you, she's always been like that. But I tell you what, people tried to get in her business. She wouldn't let them, because she already knew what it was. She already been there. She been there already. So, and she was wise enough to know. But see, she had her mom in her life. And I'm sure her mom told her a lot and gave her a lot to use as tools as a lady being in the industry. And she still holds those tools right now today. And those things she go by. But that lady is a very private young lady. She's private, y'all. Mary J. Blige, yes, ma'am. Mary J. Blige is very quiet. But see, they try to put people in their business, but they just can't, because whoever they kick it with or whoever they in a circle with is down with them, and they know we can't let nothing get out. Our circle is private. You know what I'm saying? And they got it like that. But I bet you it's some friends that they've been knowing. It got to be one friend they've been knowing all their lives. But y'all, have y'all heard about Tina Knowles gumbo, y'all? Let me just say this. I don't eat everybody cooking. But when I seen that lady standing up at that stand looking like the Joker, this lady looks like the devil, y'all. She really, really do. And she was so concerned. I'm going to play the video. This one black brother was out there with his camera. And she kept on saying, don't record me. Don't record me. He said, ma'am, I'm not recording you. And he let some other guy look at his phone. He said, no, he's not recording you, ma'am. But don't be recording me. Don't be recording me. That right there was sign number one. Let's check out old Tina. Something ain't right, y'all.
Y'all greedy asses see what's going on with Mama Knowles and that damn gumbo, right? You see, the problem is y'all trust people too much. Soon as shit start trending, y'all do what the trends say. You had numerous people go and get that gumbo and said that gumbo was nasty. You had numerous people go and get that gumbo and say Mama Knowles had an attitude. And then you had another woman say that she wasn't about to give her money to a lugao. And I don't think you know what that is. But you see, the quickest way for somebody to do something to you is through your stomach. Now all of a sudden, Houston Health Department is shutting her down. They're investigating her gumbo stand. You got people saying they got sick after they ate this gumbo. Now let me ask you this. What y'all think she put in this gumbo? I heard a girl say gumbo ain't supposed to be that dark. Now me, I ain't a gumbo specialist. I ain't never have gumbo before. But tell me what you think she put in this gumbo. Matter of fact, look at what this lady said about Mama Knowles.
Turn around the camera, like it a little bit.
Listen to this.
Okay, you are. I'm back from my Mom Don't Let the Beyonce dance. Awful experience. It was terrible. I haven't even tasted the gumbo yet, but my feelings are so hurt. How Miss Tina did me is, oh my God. I was so embarrassed and so humiliated. I wouldn't finish it out and finish my picture, finish my
Look at that.
stuff, but I
Look at that.
She treated me not in a good way.
Somebody said they overcharging for the gumbo too. Saying they charging $25 for a little cup of gumbo. And people saying that you can get a big thing of gumbo for $13. Come on now. Cause you a celebrity? Mama Knowles. People love you cause you Beyonce Mama Knowles.
Me either, Queen Laker. I wouldn't eat that food either, girl. I know I wouldn't eat. Let me tell you. They said that food would even had a smell to it. They said even had a smell to it, but y'all, now be honest, y'all know we ain't never heard of Tina Knowles cooking nothing. They said they complained so bad, the USDA went there and shut her whole kaboom bang down. They shut it down, And I'm like, when did she begin to even start cooking? When did she get licensed? You know? And let's check out this other video of another lady talking about this gumbo. Man.
So I was confused at first why Tina Knowles, Mama Tina's, y'all Mama Tina's that is, gumbo. People were writing me like $23 and some were saying $25. So I finally saw a sign that one of my people that commented shared. And so I noticed what stood out to me when I saw that it was a $2 difference. Now, I don't buy shrimp nor crab, especially blue crab, because that's what it specifically stated that was in there. So you mean to tell me with the addition, in addition to, because the chicken and the beef one were $23, and then you could add blue crab and shrimp, and it was $25. So you mean to tell me with the addition of that, that's what I'm saying. So y'all don't find that suspicious? I mean, I don't understand why things like that don't just set y'all internal radars off. Like, why would? And then this is what got me over the top. When people started letting me know that she set up near the kids section. And then I actually been seeing people that have been feeding their kids that slop. Y'all, ain't no way that y'all don't see all of these things that have been transpiring, y'all. And you don't see that it's being purposefully targeted, type of marketing. I don't understand why. I mean, like I said, that's just sus to me. And then when I see people slurping on that broth-like type of juice, I just be like, y'all don't even know what liquid y'all are even consuming. And I never see anybody take beyond the one bite, because even the kids that I saw tasting, because y'all just be digging around in that little small cup. Like y'all be expecting to get something different. It's like y'all don't like the first dip that you see on your spoon, so you go back in hoping for something better so you can take a bite. And especially the ones that actually got a chance to meet Tina Knowles, oh, it was good, but you didn't take but one bite. And something that's really good. I've seen people enjoy things. You can't hide that, because I see it first before you try to, act like, oh, yeah, it's good. Come on now. Y'all don't have to keep lying just because she's Beyonce's mother. And if you liked it, that's fine. But I would say, I really hope you got a prayer life.
That's eating everybody's food. That's eating it. I don't eat her food. They said that gumbo was too dark. She put some potion in the motion. And all the things I done heard through the steam and with her daughter, this and this and that. I'm telling you, I don't know. And I ain't never seen no gumbo that dark before in my life. And one lady said she was eating the shrimps and said the shrimp still had the what you call it? The scale on the shrimp still. I said the shrimp still had the shrimp still had the scales on them. And the lady was putting the scale out her mouth when she was eating the shrimps. I'm like, oh my God. That is terrible. That is terrible, terrible, terrible. But I got one more video I want to play, y'all, and I'm gonna talk about it, y'all, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. I got somewhere I got to go. Let's check it out, y'all. Tell me how y'all think about this right here.
Nah, this ain't right. This is not right. Y'all see that? That's a funeral. And they got me standing outside like I'm a delivery driver. 10 years, bro. 10 years. I wasn't no side piece. I wasn't no sneaky link. I was none of that. I was her life. Her husband ain't show up until it was paperwork time. She passed in my arm. That bed I slept in, those memories, all mine. But legally, I'm nobody.
I'm gonna call the police. You're gonna be out of
here. You call them. Call them. Do I walk in there and be disrespectful to the whole everybody in there? If I go in there, ain't nobody grieving in peace. Ain't nobody in there go grieve in peace. If I go in there, I promise you that. I ain't trying to disrespect her day. She deserved peace, not drama. You know what hurt me the most, brother? You know what hurt me the most? Is me swallowing my pride or letting him erase me like I never existed. Be real with me, brother. If you love somebody for 10 years and some dude who ain't even showed up tells you to stay outside, I don't care. Call the laws. You walking in there or you walking away.
Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Man, let me tell y'all something. This is why I don't date married men. I don't date married men. This is why. You've been with somebody, just say you start dating somebody, you start feeling them and everything, and they ain't got a divorce from their love, from their wife, or from their husband. You heard me, girl. Or they wife or their husband, they still married, but they gone about their way. You gone about your way. Remember, you still married. You ain't signed no papers. You got to sign them papers. And then you fall in love with somebody else. And then she gone her way and she fall in love with somebody else. Then 10 or 15 years later, somebody passes away. But remember, no divorce has been taken. So by law, you're still married. By law, the one you've been sleeping with, by law, really is just a side piece or a flame because you was never married. So it's no common law there on either part. But when that person passed away, as this man said, he'd been with this one for 10 years. And now he can't do nothing. He loved this woman. This man is broken. This is why it pays to get your divorce. This is why it don't pay to be a second to nobody. I'm showing the hell ain't. If you ain't got your divorce, I can't do nothing with you. You feel me? Now, everything this man that consumed and to put off into this woman out of the nourishing, the love, the support he got from her, and they land up in bed together and telling each other they love each other and all the intimacies and this and that. and all the bank accounts and the things y'all done got in the house, y'all done got together, the cars, and he might got some keys or whatever. But by law, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Now that man who was there with that woman all this time, the whole time she was married and never got divorced, this woman's husband has nothing but right by law to go in there and take over on every doggone thing because he is the husband. Even if there's a will, even if there's an insurance, life insurance, he may have life insurance still on that person. That is his responsibility because he is her husband. I'm telling you, do not play them games. That's right, with nobody. I'm not wasting my time with no married joker. Because there is no way in the world his wife gonna be come and say, I want to take this, and that. Oh no. No. But see, that's how people get hurt. And see, people who is just a girlfriend, they gonna feel some kind of way. People who just a boyfriend gonna feel some kind of way because they ain't able to go in the funeral and sit on the front row. And be that person that they're supposed to be at that time at their funeral because that person's still married. You ain't got no say so. I don't date married men. I would never. If you're dating a married man, let that joker go. Especially if he ain't got no divorce. Let him go. And if you don't like what I say, I'm sorry. Don't waste your time with a married man. Because if something like this right here happened, you have no right. Let that man go. Don't waste your time. Because all time gonna be wasted. I've seen a person where he was going with this man was going with this lady. The man passed away. The man mama went over there and got the radio, his wallet, his car, the dog, and some more other stuff she got. Clothes and other stuff she got. You know why? They weren't married. That was her son's stuff. She going to go get her son's stuff. She felt like she didn't have no rights to it, even though she was a girlfriend. So the mom gonna go pick her son's stuff up. So now the girlfriend like, I have nothing of his because the mom done came and got it. Things like that happen when you live with men, when you live with women, when you play the boyfriend, girlfriend role, the hubby, wife role. I don't play the hubby, wife role, and I'm not playing no kind of role where I be feeling in love with somebody. I be bit this whole establishment, and his parents would come in and take the things from me. I can't let that happen. So if you're out there messing with somebody in that situation like that, you need to cut it off and let them know, hey, I cannot play second to none if something happened. I have no rights. You have no right. You have no rights. I'm sorry. And who gonna be hurt? You. Who gonna be looking like the fool? You. Like this man, he's showing out at the funeral home. They will not let him in there. That man is out there telling him he need to leave. He need to leave. I guess because he's too loud. But he just really expressing his emotions because he's put in a position to where He can't go see the lady he been laying up with for the last 10 years. She's in here in having a service. They had a service for her, but he can't even go inside. But to me, if that happened to me, if I had a husband and we were separated and he had a girlfriend, she was doing her thing with him, I wouldn't take nothing from them. I wouldn't take that from her. I would let her, if everything was, let me go back. If everything was cordial between us, we never had no head bumps, we never had no words, we always stayed on a right path and on a steady level, on a head level. We good, we've been good. Yeah, I would let that woman come inside the funeral and sit on front row. That was his mistress. I was over here doing my thing with my boo-boo. He was over here doing his thing with his boo-boo. But something just happened to where he's no longer here, and I'm still the main thing. But I would still let her come in because she was there with him all those years that I wasn't. I would tell her that she couldn't come in to see him at the last, on the last time, for the last time. I would let her do that. I wasn't there with him all them doggone years. She was. I wasn't there getting all that stuff like that. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Miss Lakers. Don't do that. Because remember, you was over there kicking with your boo-boo, having a good time. And things you may even still have. While she's over here taking care of your problems. Because I say probably because guess what? That's still your husband. You hear me? She over here with your problems. He may be sick, got all kind of sickness going on. She taking care of him. But you over here with your boo-boo over here new, kicking and hee-hee-ha-ha, having a good time. And you ain't thinking about him. But all of a sudden he passed away. Boom. You still the wife. You got to bury him. Boom. She's just a girlfriend, but she's been all the time when you wouldn't. So why would you not let her come in and take a seat if she went on front row? Cool. Everybody know by now. 10 years. 10 years. Everybody know. 10 years. Everybody know you've been over here with him and you've been over here with her. Everybody know. So why wouldn't you let that person come in, right? So if you're in a situation like that, I can't tell nobody what to do. I can't tell nobody what to do. But if you're in a situation like that, don't do that. Let that person come on in to the funeral. Let them see that person that last time. Don't be rude like that. I wouldn't be like that. And I hope y'all don't be like that either, especially if I was not with you. That's what I'm saying, Miss Lakers. But you have people that, I don't know, hate, mean, don't understand they wasn't there. You know what I mean? I guess we get to some good people. You know what I mean? And, it ain't right. Because you separated and didn't take care of the proper measurements. But since you here, do it right. If you didn't do that right, at least do this right. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm forgetting about it. But I tell you, sometimes you got to put your pride to the side to be the strong person. And see, that's what's wrong with a lot of people. A lot of people are scared to put their pride to the side. Because they're thinking that they're going to be less than what that person is. Putting your pride to the side, they just mean that, hey, you can be a bigger person. You can turn your head and look the other way. I do it all the time. I put my pride to the side all the time. Thank you, sir. I'm always putting my pride to the side. But my friend tell me, it's okay, Perp. It's okay. The other day, I have my moments. I told my friend that I cried my friend. I had my moment. I broke down, cried my friend, had my moment. And she told me it's gonna be okay. As today, that day went on, I felt better. Pray and meditate. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You know, everybody shed a tear. Everybody. Okay, Miss Lake. Okay. I sure will, Miss Lake. I sure will. Put your pride to the side, y'all. Put your pride to the side. You know, I put my pride to the side because I don't want nobody to know I be boo-hooing and when I be upset. But my friend know when I be upset. You know what I'm saying? And she had to get me right sometime. You know, everybody look like they happy. Don't be happy. Everybody have a moment. If you don't cry, something ain't right about you. Everybody cry. Everybody break about something. But I was just trying to be that strong person because I don't like to shed no tear. I don't like to show no weakness or nothing like that. But they're just me. You know what I'm saying? They're just me. That's right, Miss Lake. You have to humble yourself sometimes. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Sometimes I feel like, you know, I feel less than other things of that sort. But then, you know I'm a strong person. And, I have to get my mind right sometimes. But sometimes I need that one person sometimes to tell me, girl, if you don't quit acting like that, get your head out that dirt and breathe this air. Sometimes we need that one person. That one person. You know what I'm saying? That we can just really trust and tell something to. And so when I told my friend that, she told me, she gonna come down here and get on my behind, and she told her mama, and everything. And she stayed nowhere near me. But she was there. She was there. She was there for me. She was there. But anyway, I'm gonna get off it. But hey, y'all love yourself. Take care of yourself. Y'all see that time is going by so fast. The dates, y'all, we are almost in 6 months already for the year. We time is moving fast. So, we got to take care of ourselves. You got to eat right. Drink right. Exercise. If you don't want to do no walking, walk around your apartment complex. You got a house. Walk around your house 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm talking about? Do something active. Move your legs, because once you stop moving them legs, y'all, it is over. I bet. I know it. And Miss Lakers, I got a channel. It's called CK Laser Generations. And what that channel is about is for ladies, for older ladies, elderly ladies and ladies that go on cruises, date nights, movie nights, auditoriums, meetups, meet and greets, laugh and talk, just could go walking, things like that. Check out CK Laser Generations. It's a lot of places where I figured that a lot of ladies, when they get in a certain age, they get to themselves, don't have things to do, want to meet other ladies, go out and have coffee dates. Somebody just sip and laugh with, shoot the HIT with, somebody on the same level as you, got a level head as you. You see what I'm saying? Somebody we can go on cruises with when things get better, the world get better, the world get, go on cruises with, go to the cabin with, things like that. I have a sister that have a cabin, we can go on to cabins, on the lake, on the beaches, have a good time. I'm telling y'all, hey, this year is my year. I'm growing this year. I'm gonna get out the house. I'm gonna enjoy my life. Things like that. Just enjoying me. Just enjoying me. So, because it's a lot of women who don't have nobody to talk to. with people that they do have talk to, they can't trust because, and they don't want to feel like, I can't tell them this and that because I want them to look at me a certain kind of way. You got people that's like that, you know what I'm saying? You got people who want to talk but just can't talk to people because they don't know how other people may act. You got people who want to get out and just see other people and just you can relate to. You might have women that's going through domestic violence. You might have women to be a loss of loved one, need somebody to talk to, want to just be able to smile again. You got women who have lost their smile, who can't smile again, who need to be able to smile again, enjoying their happiness. They done got down because so many bad things have happened to them and just can't see their way. And, and it's so cloudy that they want to get out and find friends that have a new life with us, have fun and laughter and enjoyment with, and as you get older, you don't have people to talk and laugh with. People just more get to themselves and just really just bag away from people. You know what I mean? And people should be able to just, us being women, we should be able to sit around and laugh and talk and to nourish each other, to pour energy into each other, life, happiness, we all pray a different way. Say a little prayer in your way and, say joyful things, because we all been beat down as women, no matter what woman you are, your race and your age, gender, every woman has been beat down some kind of way by something, job, children, a man, been put down through people, been overwhelmed with rejections and things like that. It's a lot of older women get to themselves who really need to let a lot of steam out, but they just can't do it and don't know how to really go by doing it because, they don't want to be made fun of, talked about, disrespected, bullied. People, when you're in the early age, older age, can you believe that people still get bullied at an older age? And sometimes people are older, still get bullied by older people, which is crazy. And I don't understand things like that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I like to travel. I want to find people to do things with. I can leave home. I stay in Texas. I don't mind taking a little trip out here and there just for a brunch for the day and have a weekend, a girls' weekend. I'm not trying to go out of town, go for a girls' weekend, give me a room to go for a girls' weekend and do some things, hike and go for walks, and auditorium is pretty, museums, parks, different things like that. I like things like that. And I know I'm not the only one. Just have a good time. You see what I'm saying? And it's a good thing to do. But it's basically, at this time of age, it's basically about making people happy, each other happy, because so many things are going on within this world. I mean, domestic violence has picked up. Firearm violence has picked up. Abuse done picked up. Believe it or not, teenage domestic violence has picked up. Teenage abuse has picked up. The elderly people is getting abused. The elderly people is not being able to make their way, not being able to make enough fundings for them to feed themselves. I mean, everybody, every age category is going through something that they can relate to and that they cannot relate to. The ones who cannot relate to things that the older people can relate to because we done been through it, we are the ones who's supposed to be able to sit down and talk to them. But then some kind of way, we can't talk to them because their head is so hot and they have no understanding. And if we can just be able to go to communities and talk to different people and pour our love and our energy into other people, and that way they'll have their energy and love to pour into other people. That's all I'm saying. Love to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And that's just basically what it is. But hey, anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. But y'all love each other. Y'all check on y'all elders. It's Sunday. I'm gonna get off the line because I got to call and check on my elders. I call and check on 4 people every Sunday, and they are my elders. I check on them. One is my mother's friend. My mother's passed away. I check on her. My mother been gone 11 years. I've been checking on this lady for 11 years. I call my uncle. I call another lady. I call Miss Dot. And I call Miss Fayreen. I call and I check on these people. Because these ladies have lost their husbands. These ladies have lost their kids. These ladies are alone by themselves. And I call and check on them to make sure they're safe and they're okay. I call them every Sunday. I don't have to, but they're just the love in my heart. Because when I get a certain age, I want somebody to call and check on me. Yes, ma'am, Miss Lake, I love you too. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. And this summer, I'm gonna be out. After April, I will be out in the streets, and I'm gonna be feeding people. Hey, I'm gonna be hanging out. But anyway, I gotta go. Hey, I always say, and as I say over here, you got to love yourself, right? And I always know before you can love anybody, you got to know how to treat yourself and love yourself before you can love anybody. And over here, our motto is, how in the hell you gonna love somebody if you do not know how to love yourself? Peace, and we out. I love you.